The Patient Assistance Fund is a resource for members of our community who are experiencing financial hardship, providing assistance with health-related expenses so our patients can focus on their care journey. It's a ride to a doctor's appointment, sourcing a special bed for in-home recovery, financial support for medical supplies. The Patient Assistance Fund is rooted in what our community is all about: compassion, care, and generosity.
At Pine Ridge, we had a patient who had been struggling to find placement in a skilled nursing care facility. No one was able to commit to her care because her dialysis needs required transportation to a center 3 days a week. Once we knew this was the challenge keeping her from receiving the care she needed, we partnered with the Patient Assistance Fund to arrange transportation to dialysis 3 days a week. She was able to get the care she needed that led to a discharge home in 6 months.
In our department, the needs are often fast and unpredictable. Recently, we had a family traveling through the area that was involved in a rollover car accident. As this family with small children struggled to process this devastating loss, and others with serious injuries, the Patient Assistance Fund was able to help secure car seats for the smaller children to safely leave the hospital and a hotel for those less injured to stay. The blur of a sudden life change makes processing these simple needs too much to bear, and the Patient Assistance Fund is there to support those needs.
Oftentimes, the financial burden of expensive medications get in the way of in-home healing. A short time ago, we had a patient diagnosed with metastatic cancer. In her devastation, we learned that she couldn't afford the medications to sustain her until the hospice arrangements were made. The Patient Assistance Fund helped with these medications so she could return home and spend precious time with her family in familiar surroundings. The family was relieved she didn't have to stay in the hospital and thankful their time was spent in the comforts of home.
We're so much more than a ride, we're a connection. We had a couple, both in their 80s, split between their home and a rehab center, treating the husband's heart failure. We were able to transport his wheelchair-reliant wife to visit him twice a week so they could simply exist with each other, hold hands, smile, embrace their time together. We were able to keep them connected in a way that I'm confident helped their healing journey. Sometimes our role is connecting patients with comfort on their hardest days. We're often the first person someone sees after receiving a devastating diagnosis. We've driven patients to funerals of a loved one. We transported family members to the hospital to visit someone who was not expected to survive the night. Our drivers have become the first experience of consolation, offering a listening ear and understanding. I think about how the day would go if these patients didn't have care right, and I'm not sure how they would receive care without us. Because of the Patient Assistance Fund, we're able to remove the worry about transportation so they can focus on what's important.
The impact of the Patient Assistance Fund goes far beyond the brick and mortar we see. It goes into a fund for every community member in need, giving us the opportunity to provide care at every angle. We're able to offer the support needed in moments of joy, worry, and grief. We can only do this because of the generosity of our donors, who remain at the heart of our impact and at the heart of our community. Please join us and support the Patient Assistance Fund. Your gift will expand our reach to more patients and families in need, providing just the right help at just the right moment.